For Hoodie Cards Part 1, I cover the heavy hitters Erika and Ryuji Mishima along with Chitose Imai. This video will be extensively longer for a few reasons. First, there are 18 cards to cover, and even with a minute per card, that would be close to a 20-minute video. But the second reason why this video will be longer is because I want to discuss the ramifications of Hudie Loop, another deck that our creators in the East happen to cook up. Without further ado, let's just jump right into these cards before discussing how the loop works, and what cards you need to get the combo off. Starting with Erika Mishima, this 4-cost green tamer is the next tamer that has an inheritable effect like Yuko Kamishiro and Arata Sonata, which means outside of the Hoodie traits, we'll also have some relations to Eaters. Start of main, if you have a Digimon with the CS trait, you gain 1 memory. End of your turn, by suspending this tamer and returning one of your Digimon with the Hoodie trait to hand, you may play one level 3 Digimon card with the CS trait from hand to your empty breeding area without paying the cost. A neat little bounce in setting up the raise again if you want to deny your opponent of memory gains with a Digimon in play. Your turn. While this Digimon is hudiemon, Eater Legion or Eater Eden, it gains Alliance. Briefly, I've already spoiled this for myself a little bit, but I did see that a lot of Digimon can be played by effects here. Wormmon is that level 3 that has a start of main phase effect, that by placing one Erika Mishima as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, this Digimon may Digivolve into Hudiemon in the hand or trash, with the Digivolution cost reduced by 2. Because this effect does not permit you to place Erika from the trash or hand, this means that the tamer must be in play to do so. Its inheritable gives all your Hoodie trait Digimon plus 1000 DP. Hudiemon is the other secret rare of this set, and is a Digimon that can Digivolve from any level 3 Digimon with the CS trait for a cost of 4, or from Erika Mishima for 3 while you have 4 or more Hoodie trait tamers. This Digimon has Alliance, and an on-play and when Digivolving effect, where you may play one play cost 5 or lower CS trait card from your hand without paying the cost. Then to one of your opponent's Digimon, you give it minus 3000 DP for the turn for each of your Hoodie trait Digimon. When attacking, once per turn by returning one of your CS trait tamers to the hand, you activate one of this Digimon's on-play effects. There's a lot to disseminate here in that you can play potentially another level 4 or lower Digimon and utilize it with Alliance on the attack. Comboed with a wider board, and you could be DP reducing some Digimon out of existence. But the real kicker here is, you can play one play cost 5 or lower CS trait card, whether it be a Digimon or a tamer. For the option card, it's Crescent Leaf. This option card features Wormmon, and is a 5-cost CS trait option card that can have its color ignored if you control a Digimon or tamer with the CS trait. For 5 memory, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck, then place this card into the battle area. Your turn, when one of your Digimon with the CS trait attacks, delay, spin one of your opponent's suspended Digimon to the bottom of the deck. The only unfortunate thing about these option cards is that it requires you to have the CS trait Digimon attacking, which locks it ultimately to Digimon from BT22 and BT23. Moving to Ryuji Mishima, on play until your opponent's turn ends, their effects can't DP reduce the DP of one of your Digimon with the Hoodie trait, and it gains Reboot and Blocker. All turns, when any of your Hoodie trait Digimon suspend. By suspending this tamer, you may use one single color CS trait option card from your hand without paying the cost. And while I do see cyberdramon, this means we are getting more gimmicks to the archetype, but focused to Hoodie. Which takes us to Ryuji's first Digimon, Monodramon. This Digimon has an inheritable of plus 1000 DP on all turns, and has a start of main effect that by trashing one card with a Dragonkin, Cyborg, Device, or CS trait from your hand, you draw 1 and gain 1 memory. More and more level 3s are getting the start of main effects. A shame that it doesn't search though. The bright side, it kind of works well with the CS trait cards since you are trashing them and can utilize such cards like Sanglutmon to Digivolve into them. Strikedramon likewise shares the same inheritable, and has a your turn effect in which when any of your option cards are placed in the battle area, this Digimon may Digivolve into a Digimon with cyberdramon in its name, or the CS trait in the hand with the Digivolution cost reduced by 2. Even a training can now bring a Strikedramon to cyberdramon for a cost of 1 because of the effect to place the training in the battle area, which is pretty nice. Which means for cyberdramon, this Digimon has an on-play and when Digivolving effect that deletes one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 5 or less. All turns, once per turn when this Digimon would leave the battle area, by trashing one of your option cards in the battle area, it doesn't leave. Delays now functionally have many purposes, whether it be for floating memory, reducing Digivolution costs, or for Cyberdramon's case, protection. The inheritable for this Digimon is an all turns once per turn effect, where when this Digimon with cyberdramon or justimon in its name or the CS trait would leave the battle area, by trashing one of your option cards in the battle area, it doesn't leave. Remember, even top-end cards like Gaiyomon could utilize this protection. When you get to the top end though, a new Justimon Blitzarm debuts. This Digimon digivolves from Justimon Excel, or Critical Arm for a cost of 1, or digivolves from any level 5 Digimon with the CS trait for a cost of 3. This Digimon has Blocker, and an on-play, when digivolving and when attacking effect, where once per turn by trashing one option card in the battle area, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. All turns once per turn, when option cards in the battle area are trashed, this Digimon unsuspends. Then your opponent's Digimon's effects don't affect this Digimon for the turn. Your protection can simultaneously restand this Digimon, but it still appears D-Digivolve is huge against this Digimon, with Ryuji protecting from DP reduction. With this set review video, this will also be where the Eater cards return. For Eater Bit, this Digimon is a levelless Digimon that has the Hoodie and CS trait. On play, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. All turns, once per turn when any of your other Digimon with the Eater or Hoodie trait would leave the battle area, by deleting this Digimon or placing it as the bottom Digivolution card of one of your Mother Eater in the breeding area, it does not leave. Neat! Protection for Eater decks too! The Inheritable is a breeding your turn effect, in which once per turn, when any of your Digimon cards with the Eater trait would be played, you may reduce the play cost by 1. Sweet and simple. Eater Legion is the Eater form of Ryuji Mishima and has Alliance and Reboot. On play, and when digivolving, if you have Mother Eater in the breeding area, you may play up to 6 play cost total worth of Digimon cards with the Eater trait from your hand without paying the cost. More sideboard building could help build up a defensive game, or a finisher the following turn. And lastly, Eater Eden digivolves from Eater Legion for a cost of 3, and has an on-play and when digivolving effect that returns one of your opponent's play cost 6 or lower Digimon, or Tamers, to the bottom of the deck. However, for each of your Mother Eater's Digivolution cards in the breeding area, you increase the effect's cost by 1. All turns, when this Digimon would leave the battle area, other than by your effects, you may play one Eater trait card from your hand without paying the cost. End of your opponent's turn, once per turn, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the lowest play cost. I personally haven't tested much with the Eaters, but I can say that the expansion of its members creates more defensive and offensive options for the deck. Is it enough? That remains to be seen. But for the last member I'd like to cover in today's video, it's Chitose Imai's cards. This CS Hoodie Tamer is a 4-cost yellow tamer that start of your main. If you have a Digimon with the CS trait, you gain 1 memory. On play, you may play one play cost 5 or lower Digimon card with the Hoodie trait from your hand without paying the cost. Ah! I see the problem already. All turns, when any of your Hoodie trait Digimon suspend. By suspending this tamer, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 3000 DP for the turn. Now with Chitose's Digimon, what can we expect? First up is seadramon, a blue-purple Digimon who can digivolve from any level 3 Digimon with the CS trait for a cost of 2. It has Alliance, and an all-turns effect where once per turn, when this Digimon suspends, you draw 1. Wormmon is another Digimon that returns and can digivolve from any level 4 Digimon with the CS trait for a cost of 3. All turns, once per turn when this Digimon would leave the battle area, other than by your effects, you may play one level 4 or lower blue or CS trait Digimon card from its Digivolution cards without paying the cost. And like the passive effect, this is also the Inheritable. This feels like Decode, but better. But outside of seadramon, the secrets to the Hudie Loop go to the next cards in this set review. Angemon is a Digimon that can digivolve from Patamon or a CS trait Digimon for a cost of 2. It has Barrier and an on-play when digivolving effect where you draw 1. Then if it's your turn, 2 of your Digimon may DNA digivolve into shakkoumon in the hand. The Inheritable for this card is also Barrier. Ankylomon digivolves from Armadillomon, or a CS trait Digimon for a cost of 2 and has Blocker. It also has an on-play when digivolving effect, where one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2000 DP for the turn. Then if it's your turn, 2 of your Digimon may DNA digivolve into shakkoumon in the hand. Shakkoumon finally feels a little better. Now we just need support for Sophimon. The Inheritable for this Digimon is also Blocker. As for shakkoumon, this is the last Digimon to go over, and can DNA digivolve from a yellow and black or blue Digimon for a cost of 0. It can also digivolve from a CS trait Digimon for a cost of 3. When digivolving, until your opponent's turn ends, you taunt one of your opponent's Digimon. Then if DNA digivolving, you de-digivolve one on one of their Digimon. All turns once per turn, when this Digimon would leave the battle area, other than by your effects, You may play a level 4 or lower Digimon card that is yellow, black, or CS trait without paying the cost. And like Wormmon, the same inheritable. For the final card for today's video, it's the Hoodie Net Cafe. This 3-cost white option card can have its color requirements ignored if you have a Digimon or Tamer with the CS trait in play. Main, you draw 1, and then place this card into the battle area. When you delay this card, you may play one Tamer card with the CS trait from your hand without paying the cost. But if it's hit in security, you get to play a level 3 Digimon card with the CS trait from your hand or trash without paying the cost before you place this card into the battle area. Overall, this helps with some of the Tamer's effects, since more of them are on play. But after again disseminating all these cards, the question on a lot of players' mind is, what is the Hudie Loop? The Hudie Loop is relatively simple and has a very easy setup. Though it's hand dependent, you simply need to digivolve into any of your CS trait Digimon from BT23 that tuck for a card draw, memory, or playing a Tamer. The ideal stack being a level 2, Palmon and Angemon in the back, with the Kurumi Detective Agency in play. Once you promote up Angemon, you utilize Palmon's inheritable to tuck Angemon to the bottom of the sources to gain 1 memory. Cracking Kurumi Detective Agency, and even at 1 memory as your starting point, you'd now be at 4. Digivolve into Hudiemon for a cost of 4, going to 0 memory, and use Hudiemon's effect to play Chitose Imai to play out another Angemon card. Because the Digimon was played, if your level 2 is Sumemon, you can draw a card. Now with Hudiemon, you can attack and use Angemon as an alliance fodder to buff to 12,000 DP. And even then, you have an Angemon in the stack for barrier. Though your opponent might have a blast target, remember with Hudiemon's when digivolving effect, you'd play a Digimon, then minus 3000 DP a Digimon for each Hoodie trait Digimon in play, which is currently 2. Combine with Chitose's effect, when a Hoodie trait Digimon suspends, and now you've done a total of 9000 DP reduction. Now because of Hudiemon's when attacking effect, you can return one of your CS trait Tamers to the hand, then you can play it again to activate its effect. In this case, you're playing Chitose again to let you play another Digimon from the hand, let's say seadramon this time around. And now you DNA digivolve the Hudiemon with the Angemon that you played from the first Chitose to create shakkoumon. Because this is a new stack, you can use Palmon's effect to shuffle the shakkoumon to the bottom of the Digivolution sources to draw another card. Hudiemon attacks, bounces Chitose, and flicks it back in play to play another Hoodie trait Digimon and giving you another alliance target. Barrier again protects your Digimon, and you have 2 instances of it. Because the Digimon could be deleted, you can also use Shakkoumon's inheritable to play back out an Angemon. Now DNA Digivolve again in Shakkoumon, and you start the cycle again by using Palmon's effect to tuck Shakkoumon to the bottom of the Digivolution stack, draw a card, then blink Chitose in and out, and play another 4 Digimon. This is the bare-bone basics of the Hudie Loop, and while having Palmon, Angemon, and Kurumi's Detective Agency are the 3 starters, having Chitose, level 4s, and Shakkoumon's will be the other factors in playing this deck. Blast Digivolution is one of the main ways to tackle the deck if they can't successfully DP reduce the blast target out of existence, but one of the bigger counters to this deck would also be Medieval Gallantmon. Now having a better understanding how the Hudie Loop works, tomorrow's video closes out the remaining Hoodie support cards. I hope this video was informative for you, and you consider sharing it if the explanation was thorough. This is DIGI-PANDA, logging out.